Life is a garden, you dig? Alright, it's the MMA Analyst, and I'm just doing my thing, back at it again. Alright, this is the third installment of what I call the best July in MMA history. I'm going to be breaking down K1's dream event. It's going to be sick. It's going to be a sick night. Well, morning for me, night for some others, depending on where you live. Lots of great fights. If you don't have HDNet, get it. It's the only real way to watch this card. If you can't get HDNet, then find a way, because this event is going to be awesome, all right? Now, I'm aware that there are streams that you can get, and you can watch this online and stuff, but streams are for, like, the whack events, or the stuff that just doesn't deserve your money. Streams are like downloading CDs. You download the garbage ones, you listen to it, you throw it out, and you feel like a sense of accomplishment. But this card's like a classic album, though. You want to buy that, and then you own it, and you love it. You know what I mean? Because MMA is important. You feel me? All right, first card. First fight on the card, I'm going to be looking at Norifumi Kid Yamamoto versus Joseph Benavidez. This is a featherweight bout. Kid, 17-1, one of my top 5 favorite fighters. I'm going to do a video on MMA favorites, where I cover my favorite fighters, favorite fights, comebacks, knockouts, submissions, all that stuff. And Kid's going to have a few mentions on that video. Kid Yamamoto is sick. He's an awesome wrestler. He took time off to train for the Beijing 08 Olympics, but he got injured and had to pull out. He's a great striker. Even though he's 1-2 in K1 kickboxing, his striking is built for MMA. He's literally one of the most well-rounded and excited fighters on the face of the earth. I don't know. There's a lot of guys who don't even know that Kid Yamamoto exists. That's too bad. You know what I mean? Let me go on the record as saying that Kid Yamamoto would lay the backhanded pimp-a-hoe slap down on Uriah Faber if they ever fought. Kid Yamamoto's got wins over Kyle Uno, Hoyler Gracie, Genki Sudo, and the WEC's Jeff Curran. Also, Rani Yaya. If you haven't seen this guy fight, make it happen. Look up the highlight reel. The dude knocks people out. And then he lays back beside him on the ground and like he's just chilling on the beach. He steps over guys he just KO'd. One of the craziest highlights of all time. He just hammer fisting, wailing on the dude, sticking out his tongue through the ropes. Refs trying to get him off. People trying to get him off. Just crazy. Dude is crazy. He's a fool, I'm going to have to calm down. All right. I told you he's one of my favorites. Anyways, he's fighting Joseph Benavidez, 7-0, 7 submissions. He's fighting out of California. I mean, he's got no significant wins. He spent his career on the smaller cards. He's fighting his toughest opponent by leaps and bounds. And really, he doesn't stand a snowball's chance in hell. Yeah, I know this is MMA and anything can happen, but what will most likely happen is an old school, straight up beat down. I would like to see Yamamoto fighting someone ranked, or maybe someone that could pose a bigger threat, but hey, it is what it is. I got Kid winning this by TKO. Yeah, Joseph's going to try and, he's going to try and pull guard, but I think he's going to get ground and pounded out. All right, next up, we got Yoshihiro Akiyama versus Katsuyori Shibata. This is, Katsuyori Shibata. This is a middleweight bout. Akiyama, he's 10-1 and 2. He's a sick judo guy with knockout power. He's done his thing for the most part in K1 Heroes. And he's staying with K1 for the Dream promotion. He's got win over Melvin Manhoof, Smirnovas. Smirnovas is another guy that's a part of my MMA favorites vid that you guys will be seeing in a fight against Sakuraba. One of the greatest comebacks of all time. Anyways, moving on, continuing. He's also got wins over a win over Masaki at Yorinoka. And his biggest win, I think, was a KO punch, power punch over Dennis Kang. Akiyama's finished all of his fights, 5 by KO, 5 by submission. He's always game. He'll be fighting Katsuyori Shibata. Why? I don't know. Dude is 2-4. He's on a 4-fight losing streak to a Relic Gracie, Sakuraba, Min Suk Hyo, and he got completely demoralized by Mayhem Miller at Dream 3. This guy's like a pro wrestler, and really, no disrespect, he's got no business fighting at Dream unless he's drunken in the stands. I can't really say I appreciate the matchmaking of the Japanese organization here. I mean, it is what it is. This fight, to me, it's a joke. I mean, I'm glad to see Akiyama fighting, but damn, I would rather have him fighting, somebody that could pose some type of a threat. I got Akiyama winning this by TKO in the first round. It really shouldn't go past 3 minutes in the first round. This fight's going to be over and quick. Let's move on. Let's see. We got Kuniyoshi Hironaka fighting Matoki Miyazawa. All right, Hironaka, he's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu style fighter with the record of 11-5. He spent most of his career in Shudo, and his last 4 fights, however, have been in the Ultimate Fighting Championships. He went 1-3 with losses to John Fitch, Thiago Alves, and Jonathan Goulet. But in that fight, I thought Hironaka could have probably won that. He was winning the fight. He was controlling the action. He had a knockdown or 2, and then he just went cocky or dumb or both, and he just started walking into punches. Like, he literally, I don't know what's going on, but he thought it was a video game, and he could just, I don't know. He tried to be a showman, and what it got him was an extra $70K for Fight of the Night. It also got him his 3rd UFC loss, and it got him booted from the organization. He's also received losses from Shinya Aoki, and he does have some wins against Forrest Petz. That's his lone win in the UFC. Ryan Schultz and Nick Diaz. All right, he's looking to bounce back against Miyazawa. Miyazawa is 2 wins, 2 losses, and 4 draws. 4 draws. Damn. Anyways, he fought in deep for his entire career, but he hasn't won since 2002. He hasn't fought since 2005. Yeah, let's move along. There's nothing more to see here. Hironaka by TKO. Let's just move the hell on. All right, next fight. Joachim Hansen versus Coulter Gill. It's a reserve match. Gill lost to Kawajiri in the first round by way of decision. He's 9-7, and he's 3-6 since 2004. He's fought some tough guys, and he's lost to all of them. Kawajiri, Kao Uno, Fabio Holando, and Yves Edwards. As for his wins, he's finished every fight that he's won. He's got 5 submissions and 5 submissions and 4 knockouts. But basically, Coulter Gill is a lower tier fighter in my opinion, who's never really been able to rise above and get that win he needed most. Well, here's another chance for him. He'll be fighting Joachim Hansen. In 2005, Hansen was 13-2-1 with wins already over Takanori Gomi, Cavalcante, Kao Uno, Yves Edwards, and Imanari and Sato. There was a lot of hype for him, like he was the next big thing. But since then, went 4-5 with losses to Sakurai, Kawajiri, Aoki, and most recent, the fight that knocked him out of the Dream Lightweight Grand Prix was the loss to Alvarez. Hansen's good in all areas of the game, and he's very fun to watch. He wants to keep, his winning going, and really it shouldn't be too difficult against Gill, who I think is in over his head. Hansen will win this stand-up battle in the first round by TKO. All right. Moving on, Shinya Aoki versus Kao Uno, a lightweight Grand Prix bout. Kao Uno is 25 and 10 and 4. He got a bye in the first round and surprised everybody, including myself, with a submission win over Ishida at Dream 3. This veteran's fought for basically K1 heroes, the UFC, and Shudo for his entire career. He fought for the lightweight title twice in the UFC, and he lost both times. He's got wins over Ishida, Nagata, Coulter Gill, Rich Clementi. He beat Den Thomas twice. He beat Yves Edwards and Dennis Hallman. And I really only say Dennis Hallman because that guy's like a puzzle. He beat Matt Hughes twice and, has never really been able to get to that level that, I'm sure every fighter wants to get to. Anyways, Kao Uno has losses to Sakurai, Penn, Pulver, Hansen, my boy Kid Yamamoto, Jay-Z Cavalcante, and my real boy Andre Dada Amadi. Shout out to Amadi. He won his K1 kickboxing match last week, and I had the pleasure of training with his brother Mauricio Veo. Hopefully I get to learn from Dida himself in the upcoming months. Crossing my fingers. And Dida is also supposed to bring a friend. Come on, UDL, pull through for me. All right, back to the action. Uno's been all around the world. He's fought some big wins. He's got some big losses. His win against Ishida makes some believe that he's still got it in him, and time will tell. Time, I think, is going to come July 19th against one of my favorite fighters, Shinya Aoki. Last week in the seminar, Sanji Ribeiro, BJJ reigning world champion, called Shinya Aoki a mutant. He said guys that are built like Aoki are mutants, flexible and abilities, basically to pose a threat. The way he does is one of a kind. I'm not going to disagree. In an MMA fight, really, he will jump at you. Aoki will fly across the ring and just hug you and jump into guard, and then he'll become the aggressor while you're in his guard. This guy will pull off flying arm bars, flying triangles. He'll do different variations of the gogoplata while most people are just trying to figure out how to pull off the regular gogoplata. I mean, Aoki really is a BJJ mutant with a record of 16 wins and 2 losses. His last loss was to Hayato Sakurai in 2005, and since then he's been on an 11-fight winning streak with notable wins over Jay-Z Cavalcante, Joachim Hansen, and, he got to the Dream semifinals by victory over Cavalcante and a mounted gogoplata over an outclassed Nagata. I'm going to talk more about Aoki in my MMA favorites vids. Really, if a strong Jay-Z Cavalcante, couldn't, beat up the Tobican Juden in Shinya Aoki, then I doubt Kao Uno will be able to. I've got Aoki winning this by submission. My hopes, I want it to be a triangle off his back, then he flips it over to a triangle in the mount, throws some punches, sinks it in, end of fight. Could be fight of the night. Up next, Eddie Alvarez versus Tatsuya Kawajiri. Wait, did I say fight of the night for the last one? It's going to be between these two. Who knows? We'll see. Eddie Alvarez, 14-1, with his only loss coming to Nick Thompson. Alvarez is really using this Dream Lightweight Grand Prix as a coming out party. No homo. I think you know what I mean. Prior to this Dream event, his biggest fight was a loss. And his biggest event was Bodog. People weren't talking about Alvarez. He wasn't on anybody's radar that didn't trade with him or birth him. Basically, now he's, got a chance to take out Kawajiri, put himself in the finals against likely Aoki. And, I mean, anybody has to know if he can beat Amadi, Hansen, Kawajiri, and then Aoki all in a row and win that title, well, he's definitely top 5 and maybe even, he's definitely top 10 and maybe even top 5 in a lot of MMA lightweight division polls, you know what I mean? But let's not look past this bout. Eddie Alvarez is a strong freestyle fighter with good wrestling. He's TKO'd his way to 10 of his 14 wins, and he's looking to get to the finals of this lightweight Grand Prix. In order to do that, he's gonna have to pass 22-4 Tatsuya Kawajiri. He's a Shudo and Pride vet. Kawajiri is a well-rounded fighter with 10 KOs, 5 submissions, and he's just an exciting fighter all around. He's got wins over Azaredo, or as Rampage said, Azaredudu. I don't know. Ranson's words, not mine. I mean, Rampage's words, not mine. He's got wins over Hansen, Crazy Horse, Charles Bennett, Vitor Ribeiro, Yves Edwards, and Coulter Gill. Gilbert Melendez, Takanori Gomi in the what they call the Fight of the Year for Pride. Vitor Ribeiro and Nakayama. Those are his 4 losses. He's a Shudo lightweight champion. Kawajiri's explosive, entertaining, very skilled, and a definite threat to Alvarez. I mean, it would be crazy if Alvarez could take this fight, but I can't give it to him. I can't give him the edge. I think this is going to be a close fight, a real close fight. But I think Kawajiri is going to win the stand-up battle. If it does go to the ground, I think he'll be able to fend off Alvarez's strong ground and pound and the strong wrestling. And I don't think Alvarez even wants to go to the ground. So this is probably going to be a stand-up battle. Alvarez is already in a Fight of the Year candidate against Hansen, and this could be a repeat, minus the victor. I say hard-fought decision for Kawajiri. And then that would put us with the finals. That would leave us with Aoki versus Kawajiri. And I'm saying it now, Aoki's going to win this. He's going to pull guard, he's going to attack from a defensive position, and he's going to do it all the way to the end. This is a great matchup that I hope takes place, and I think Aoki will take it. Only way I see Aoki losing this is if he takes a lot of damage against Uno and, just doesn't have the gas to keep going. I think Aoki's going to be the first ever Dream Lightweight Grand Prix champion. I'll be rooting him the whole time. I'm not going to cry, with him when he wins. That dude's a crying-ass grown man wearing rainbow tights and all types of foolishness. But Aoki is the real deal. He's got wins over Uno, Cavalcanti, Kawajiri. And one with Kawajiri here will only cement his status in the lightweight division. This card has its ups and downs. There are some fights that will happen that haven't even been announced. That's really why it took so damn long to get this one up. I didn't want to do a preview, on a card with like 3 or 4 fights only announced. But with 6 matches, I figured it's time to get it done. You know why? Because MMA is important. It's important. All right, y'all. Peace.